Hi, folks. Welcome to Adventures in Nodeland. And I'm back to you this afternoon as well. So, or good morning, whatever. Somebody has already started asking us new features. MongoDB support for Platformatic. Yeah, it's not probably going to come today. Or maybe we can work on it together in the next few weeks. I don't know. Maybe just wanted to I probably just want to wrap up the Unscalable Queue System, and then we can start doing something different. So, welcome all people joining. I am going to do a little bit of a tweet that I'm going live, and we can get started. So here we go. Well, how is the quality? Is it better, worse, kind of the same? Do you like it? Have you got anything different? So it's hopefully should be good, but should have improved a little bit. Anyway, so let's do a little bit of a tweet. So I'm live on Twitch, working on platform, working on the Unscalable Queue System. Join me. Okay. And then I need the link. Cool. Twitch. Here we go. Here we go. Okay. So let's tweet and share now. Okay. Cool. We are probably going to wrap it up today, the Unscalable Queue System, maybe. So let's start with the automatic scene switcher, and then we can start. Here we go. Hey. So actually, I might want to do intro. Okay. So this is actually cool. Okay. I like it. And no, don't switch. Okay, let's do that. Okay, so here we go. We are here. Hello. Oh, wow, this is actually a very good, very interesting comment. If I'm ready, if you have a roadmap and guidance on that. Yeah, so I'll need to write down how to an issue on a little bit of a design document on how we can wait a second. It's should be good. Yeah, no, should be good. Yeah, it's too big. Sorry, just a second. Here we go. Okay, so a little bit of a guide on how to implement that. Okay, and I'm going to do that in the next few days, and then then we can start working on it. Maybe it's a few tasks. So and then we can probably work on it in the stream. So write down, putting it on my to-do list, a plan on how to support MongoDB in Platformatic DB. And well, we can do it. I'm just a little bit of work. So cool. What are we going to do today on Platformatic? Well, we are going to work on the Unscalable Queue System, and as you can see here, we have done a few things. We need the dead letter. We want dead letter endpoint, okay, and we want to implement some batching and bring it to 100% code coverage, and then it's done. Whoa! So what do we do? What do we do about this, and what's the next step? So I just want to bring it up. Let's bring the server up, and then it's small enough or big enough. Can you read it, folks? Can you read it? And it's CD Unscalable Queue System. Okay, git checkout main. Here we go. Vim. Okay, so let's bring this up. npx plt db start. I think I've done a couple of mistakes when, oh yeah, sorry, nvm use 18. Good. And db start. Okay, let's do it. And then we go here. I think I've done a few mistakes on this system when we were designing it. So as you can see here on we have items. I don't like the name items. I prefer the name message, and then I probably need to do that. And then the problem is in the item. The item has a lot of information like the callback URL and the method, and I think those should be a property of the queue and not of the item itself. So, and then we are going to attach the dead letter endpoint also on the queue. So I'm going to do the renaming first, and then we are doing the rest. Okay, so yay. Here it is. So we need a migration. So npx plt db migration create. Here we go. And the migration, what we want to do, it's given we don't have a live system. I'm not going to, oh, this is undo. I didn't retries. Okay, so I want to remove retries. Okay. Perfect. Here, ooh, why we don't have 5? Weird. Whatever. I'm going to rename it to 5. Migrations is got to 6. Whatever. I don't know. Here we go. Okay. So in here we have 4, which are the tries, and here I'm not going to worry too much about the callback URLs and stuff like of the existing messages, items and stuff. So I'm going to do rename table items into messages. Okay. Perfect. Amazing. Then I want to, this is actually good. I want to add callback URL column to queue. Okay. And that would be the 2 changes that I want to do. Okay. And then we need the undo for this. So here it's undo. So rename table messages to items. And drop column callback URL from queue. Okay. Oh, and we need to drop callback URL from messages here. Table messages. And here it's, and here we'll need that too. Alter table. This is the undo. So it's items callback URL, and we will also need the method. Okay, and here we will need the method too. And let's see how we've defined this. Okay, so, and then we have specific headers, but I don't think we might want to have specific headers for a queue for whatever reason. So I'm going to add those as well, but also keep it in the item because it's, I want to have that information to add column headers. It's a JSON. Okay, it's headers, it's JSON. Okay, and here in the undo drop column method and headers. Yep. And messages, callback URL, and method. Cool. Okay. So you can have specific headers for one thing, but also you can specify the headers of at the queue level, which makes total sense, right? Because you might want to have the headers at the top. Okay. So we have let's run this. Let's see if I can run this. Does it work? Yeah. And then it's hello. And let's see if I can run it to 004. Ooh, no such table messages. And rename to items. And hey, hello, my daughter's starting to get in. She's running wild, you know. I'm not bringing. Hello, hi from Peru. So why it's not no such table messages? Interesting. Okay. Oh, the adventure is going amazing. Hi, folks from Peru. And yeah, no, the adventure is going amazing. So, yeah, I made a mistake. So, this is why I made a mistake. These were right. And git pull. This should fail, I think. Made a mess, exactly. That's why it didn't go correctly. So this was correct to be 6. And migrations 006. Do undo dot SQL. Undo dot SQL. Oh, come on. It's 005. Hello, hi from France. Hello, a lot of people joining. I'm very happy. New faces. Here we go. Okay. Okay. I run apply. Okay. No queues. That's why. That's the problem. Queues. Okay. That's what's going problems. Oh. Hello. Hi. Ooh. This person is from 2201. What's happening in 2201? It's amazing, right, folks? Look, I'm going to change this. No. Anyway. So. Oh, wow. Oh, Fuzzy, you have a few wish lists about Fastify and what they are. What are they? Let's see if I can help you with them. In 2021, we will have no front-end frameworks. Okay. Seems good. Okay, let's see if I can apply to 005. Yeah, didn't work. Whoa, you want generate a TS output. And you want the Fastify generated to have a TS output. I think there is a PR open or somebody working on it already. Let me look at it. I think you can even collaborate if you want to. So if you go into Fastify CLI, and you can, there is the TypeScript support here. So I'm looking at TypeScript. You see, use TypeScript template. Here we go. You have TypeScript templates. There's even a PR open that does not generate ESM, but there is a PR open of somebody doing the TypeScript thing. So Abhishek is working on it right now. So hello. But look, you can even generate it with Platformatic. So if you want to work with Platformatic in TypeScript, what you can do is, let's go. Oh, sorry, I made a mess. Sorry about this. And I need to cd dot tmp make dir my ts app, and then cd my ts app npx npm create Platformatic, and that will create us a Platformatic application. Hello, hi. Yeah, Misteo, sorry. This is the message does not really work as expected. So let's do that. Yay! You will see in this talk, in this video, what we'll do with Platformatic. So anyway, what you can do here when you run this, you have a nice tutorial, and we have a very good TypeScript environment, I think. Let's try it. So yeah, that's a wrong message. Yes, and yes. We want to use TypeScript, and we want to run npm install, I think. Yeah. So let's look at what was done in this, was set up in this folder for us. We have a plugin.ts file. We have a tsconfig for us, and in platformaticdb.json, we have a TypeScript thing with an output dir, which is going to be managed automatically. And we also need to do npx platformatic db schema config, I think, if schema, I don't know, I forgot. Anyway, it's probably going to generate it for me after that step is after the dependency has been installed. Yes, let's apply the migrations. So generate types, of course. Let's do that too. Okay, git status. Okay. Anyway, this is it. And now if I can do plt db start, and yeah, it's you see it compiles stuff for us. So and this is not, yeah, no, escape can work. You see it start watching, it start the compilation in watch mode, and it's going to be it has started the stuff and redeploying it. And then if you go into plugin.ts, okay, you can do stuff like const movies and await app platformatic entities movie, you can see, and you can get all the movies here. And I'm just going to pass an empty object, and then console log movie, and it's it's movie, not movies. And here we go, and console log movies, and this is going to be empty because we have no movies in here, and it's just empty. And here we can do, for example, app log info and do movies. And here you can see that we have a log line for it, all the movies. And, you know, we can start doing all sorts of things here, and we have full TypeScript restart and so on and so forth. Yeah, that's a lot. And if you don't like, so there is a catch. If you don't need all the DB thing, what you can do is make dir my TS app chew. What you don't need, takes a second for stopping. So cd my ts app2. If you don't need the platformatic DB, okay, what you can do is npm create platformatic. And then what you can do is, yes, this is wrong. Oh, what you can do here, you can select the service endpoint. So you can have the service template. So, sorry, I took the wrong, I pressed the button. I shouldn't, I should wait. And yeah, it takes forever. You can pick service. If you pick service, it's like platformatic DB without the database. So and then yes, of course, and then you can do a lot of things with it, and it's just it has automatic recompilation and everything, and it just works essentially. So yes, so yeah, so now here we can do npx platformatic service start, and it started. And now, for example, we can go in plugins. Oh, this does not have a TS template yet. Huh. It should have, is supported, but hey, I found a bug. So I'm going to create an issue, and hopefully somebody from my team will pick it up. So here we go. And create platformatic should have a TypeScript template for platformatic service. Here we go. Okay. This is a enhancement and good for tissue. Cool. So, well, we started all of this. This was a few questions. And I got another questions. What are my specs for the stream? What do you mean by specs for the stream? It's you mean what camera am I using? What setup? What gear? What's the question essentially? Sorry, I just need to. Okay. Why this is okay. Sorry about this. I'm trying to center this window and I am completely losing it. Why it has a padding on the left? Why is that a padding on the left? Sorry, super weird. Let me open a fresh one. New tab. Oh, I don't want the Twitch one. New tab. Even this one has a. Okay. Oh, okay. I understand what's happening here. Okay, perfect. This is good. And so what we were doing is the unscalable queue, right? So the setup. So question about my setup. Right now, it should be streaming in 4K. So ideally, but I am not sure. So I will go into verify once it's set up. I am using the Twitch soundtrack for the music, and I'm using a Sony Alpha 7 IV for the videos. So I don't know. Hopefully you like it. So here you see there's a lot of should be very high quality camera. At least that's what they told me. So this is totally the platformatic CEO fault if I bought this one. Cool. So okay, let's get to, and I use OBS of course. So let's go back to the code. We have our Unscalable Queue System here, and then I need to update to move this one too. So I'm not, I am a freak on those kind of things. Otherwise, I'm going to look at it and keep staring at it for a long while. So yeah, we could run our migrations, and here migrate up, migrate down. Okay, so we go up and down easily. So everything is work more or less as expected. Okay, so we are migrated up. Now this will fail. All the tests will fail badly. So let's start with the Q tests, and it's so, okay, we are saving the queue. We need to move a few things there. And we want to move the callback URL on the queue. And here it's so. Oh, this is, sorry. This is totally not needed here. And I need to copy this. So we are running the query, which will also need to add variables. And here we need, oh, yeah, okay. And in here we need to use in the mutation. Here we go. Hi folks, join the channel, and callback URL, and it's there. Here we go. Okay, and then we are getting the ID back. Okay, and we also needed to specify the method, and I'm going to pass the method as a post. Cool. We have the method at the post, and here we are not specifying those things here anymore. And it's not save item, but save. So save item. We can just save item, save message G. Okay, and here we can. Okay, here we can just drop those things, and it's passing the bodies, and it's passing a header if we want to. It's great. Reality is that I also want to pass the headers upstairs, but I will keep it that way so we can verify everything works. Then thanks plain content type. This is the same. I need to do the change at the top. Well, actually, let me do that. Let me start running this test and make it happy. So let's put an only here. Okay. Hello, folks. Welcome to my channel. So here, so node test queue, and we go tap only one, and epi path. Okay, cannot find entity item. Yay, it's not working. We need to make some changes to the plugin item. So this is message, and item message. Oh. Item message. Okay. Oh, authorization rule. And I need to also update this. Here we go. Okay, it's a 400. And what did I do wrong? Big question. And I need to turn on my logger here. True. Here we go. Now we can see our, oh, GraphQL validation phase, and it should be equal. Oh, did something wrong on the no, not service, but DB. Okay, so let's see. Let's see what I did wrong. Let's open my graphical. And here, query, now it's a mutation. And I have the save queue. I input callback URL method headers. Okay. And oh, wait a second. What I want to made a mistake probably. Yeah, I want the callback URL to be not null. So, and the method to be not null. And then npx plt db migration by state 005. It's the previous one. Oh, apply. And I want to reapply 6. Okay. And here we go. Node test tap only here. Okay. GraphQL validation. So there's some problem on it that I'm making some mistake on how I'm calling this endpoint. Yay, FG brings, so FG means foreground and BG is so bring something for foreground. I can control Z this, if I press control Z, it goes down and it gets suspended, and I can bring FG to bring it to into the foreground. This trick was taught to me by a friend. Actually, one of my ex-bosses, Peter Elger, when I was working at Nearfirm. Yay. Thank you, Peter. Okay. So callback URL, target URL, method post. What's wrong with this? Oh. Save queue. Syntax error. Huh. My bad. Okay. So here we go. Oh, res is not defined. Interesting. And 3, res, it's not defined. Plugin 67. Oh, no, maybe not that one. What line was this? Line 67. Oh, not 57, 67. Okay. And here. Oh. Callback failed. Of course, because it doesn't have a callback URL. Woohoo. Yes. Okay, so we are getting the messages to send, but we don't have the callbacks anymore, because reality is that we also need the QID. Okay, so actually I'm going to do a little bit of DB and SQL. Let's write some custom SQL with the help of Copilot. So, okay, cost messages. I just want db.run, and I want to select. I need what I need. I need callback URL as callback URL. Then I need the, sorry, let's pawn this for a second, from messages, and let's do something very crazy, so that let's see if Copilot can write this for me. It could be interesting. Okay. Write a join SQL query between messages and queue on queue ID column. It didn't pick it. I'm so sorry for Copilot. He didn't pick it. Oh no, my own Copilot. Okay, let's try. Okay. It's not picking it up. Huh. My bad. I thought Copilot was actually better. Messages. Okay. Okay, messages, and then inner join queue with queues. Okay, this seems correct. Okay, then we want when me less than now. Okay, and sentence. No, it's picking it up. Okay, is null. Okay. Copilot was watching me. And yay. Okay, so then we need, okay. So from messages M, queues Q. Well, I can keep messages. So messages callback URL. Then what we need queues method as method, message body as body, and headers messages. No, we need, do we need retries here? Headers. Let's see. Yeah, I need retries. So, okay, message headers as headers. Message QID, I don't think we need the QID here. Okay, we want the retries, okay. Headers, and then we want Q headers as Q headers. Okay. Here we go. Here we go. Okay. DB run is not a function. Why is not a function? Oh, maybe it's DB query. Okay, syntax error. When syntax error. Let's try and see in the key, my test. I want trace level. With trace level, I can see. Oh, I can see it here. Yeah, the query. No. What's wrong with this queue, with this query? Okay. Oh, I need also the ID. Okay. Yeah, how this should pick it up. Okay, SQL less than. Oh, let's pick it. Let's look it here. SQL less than. Yeah, seems Stack Overflow is going to help me. And yeah, this seems to be correct. Do you know why? Oh, yay. Thank you. Yeah, it's not that the problem. It's okay. Is null where let's do something very stupid. Just want to see. Okay, this is now. And if I put it that as a number, it's complaining about the syntax error. No. How? Sorry. Let me open up some SQL because I'm probably rusty. Here we go. Here we go. DB. Oh, not DB. In SQL Mapper, you can see that lib queries. We have a lot of things happening here. This should not change anything. Okay, if I do equal, it's complaining anyway. If I remove this, okay. Messages, callback URL. This is, in fact, this is queues, callback URL, queue ID, and it's not queues, but it's queues. Okay. Then, okay. When it doesn't like it. I don't know. Let me look into how I'm doing this in SQL Mapper. Because we are actually generating some of those things. So let me see. Okay. criteria, and last LTE is that one, and that's correct. And value key is, these would work, was working before. So fun, right? I feel very dumb. Okay. So if I remove that, it's fine. If I remove this, it fails. Okay. Oh no, yeah, I didn't save it. Yes. It fails. Okay, so let's try the different thing. Let's try that. This works. Okay, so it's really a problem on when. And when. How come this is not working? So what is when? When sorry. It's a timestamp. Haha. Times SQLite timestamp. Mm-hmm. How it's possible? Oh, I probably need to select these as well. No, syntax error. Big question. Oh my goodness. I feel super dumb now. Super dumb. So, oh, wait a second. Git diff plugin. This was when less than now. LTE now. iDrumix, you asked an interesting question. For Pragmatic Cow, should I create my own organization and test rip of DB service to get an API key? Yes. Well, no, you actually log in and you got an API key. So we're going to refactor all that behavior soon, but Right now, you can just log in and click on the top right corner and you will get your API key. Okay, let's stash this. Okay, and then I need FG. Okay, and here env logger trace. Okay, and ramdb.sqlite. Now we see exactly the query. Oh yeah, apply. Migration, apply. Okay, and then we start it. Ah, yes, sorry. Okay. Okay. Now apply. Okay. Let's see what query was done. So where when is null limit 10. Okay. That's the query that was done. Interesting. Okay, I'm going to copy this query. Okay. Stash apply. Okay. Let's start from scratch because otherwise we'll complain all over the places. Okay, so this is the query that was done. So if I put it in here, limit 10. Yeah, start. Ah, true. Ah, you're right. That's exactly it. It should be backtake probably. Amazing, good pick. And it's syntax error because we still have something here. Okay. Good pick. I didn't know when was syntax in SQL. Fun. Uh-huh. Cool. Okay. Why I can't type anymore? And here we go. No such column, messages when. Should be there. We made progress though. Okay. Okay, so maybe I should do that instead. No such column. Very interesting stuff. Start. Oh, no, but it worked. Okay, it was the backticks that he didn't like it. Okay, thank you very much. Yay, you see, you were fantastic rubber ducks, folks. Okay, so this now starts. Okay, so now we have done our massive query on SQL, doing all the bits. So now if I run my test, it should pass, or is just running forever. Okay, so this is just running forever. Let's see. So this is empty. Oh, we need the cron ID. Okay. Cron ID. Okay. And we need the cron ID. It starts looping forever and doing a nice query on it. Starts looping. Why starts looping? Admin secret is valid. Save queue. Should be equal. And it starts looping forever. Oh, how can it work? I don't know. It's not pointed to my face though, like it's on the left. You know, if you want to have good lighting, I'm doing it for you. Like if you need to have decent lighting where I am, I need to work with the light pointed to my face. I don't know how how other people that are streaming do it, but this is if you want to have good lighting in your environment, that's what you do. I don't know if somebody else has tricks to get the same good level of lighting. Like I could turn this here like that, and it's probably better, maybe even. So let's do that instead. Okay, so here, but if I start this, it's not looping it. So next. Oh, next is staying there. So we keep scheduling it. Oh, we are probably... Here we go. Wait a second. This is comes... Sorry. Let me just disable all those logs because they are complicated things. And... okay. Okay. This is not working because this is not picking up the right thing. Okay. Sentent is null. Okay. And when is... Like if I delete this, would it work? Yeah, not this one. Yeah, it will work. Wait a second. No, it won't. This should be... Okay, messages comes correct. I don't I manage people, but I prefer coding. I very much prefer coding. So there's this question in the chat of, do you still enjoy coding, or you want to manage to do like managing people and that kind of stuff? Now you have your own startup. No, I do my own startup mainly because I want to do coding and want to build something new. So this is there and it's empty. So messages is stays there. It's not picking it up. And yay, thank you. You like it, Fuzzy? Do you like Performatic? Bye bye. Bye, Fuzzy. So, where are we with this? Hey, perfect. Will be nice to have you. Now that query, so now is correct. Okay. Let's try this. Random. No. Okay, so if I do that, Ciao. So if I do this instead, let me try that. And still, let's add a bazillion amount of time here. Okay. No, it's not picking it up. What is a Chad? I don't know what is a Chad. It might be that it's offensive to me. I don't know. I've been using Vim since maybe 20 years or something, maybe more, 30 years. Not 30, like 25, probably, something like that. So, yeah, I've never exited it. So, and you're not going to be the one that, you know, you get me out of Vim or teach me how to quit it. I don't know how to quit Vim. So, okay. Oh, no. Okay, and so I'm doing a join. Inner join. He's not picking it up. Okay. So I am taking one table, another table, joining them. QID. Okay. This is working as should be working as expected. Join queues. Okay. If I do that, still empty. Okay. And so if I do this, it comes through. So it's completely blocked by this one. So when needs to be less than now. Of course, yes, this is correct. Should be less than now. Okay, just a second. If I comment this out, if I remove this and I run this up, message. Ooh, nope, it didn't go as expected. Here, this was wrong. Ha, no, I didn't work as expected. I need to use probably the backticks then. Ooh. Anybody that can tell me what is a Chad? No such column. Messages when. If I do that. Okay. I need to probably escape this, as somebody said. I need to escape this in this way. Okay. Yes. Oh, wow. Okay, thank you then. Thank you, thank you. I'm very happy to be a chat then, if you're not lying to me, but yeah, I'm going to trust you. Ooh, so here, okay, it's crashing badly, but it's... Oh, okay. This is an interesting question that I'm going to answer. I just need to get this test passed. So, okay, BBB next undefined. So, yes, if next. Okay, but it's failing badly. Okay. Oh, I am currently doing some refactoring on the Unscalable Queue System. What we have done is we have changed some, introducing some migration, and we have renamed the items column to messages and then moved some fields from the message column to the queue column and doing some stuff. So yeah, no, this is tough. It's a little bit tough. It's a tough refactoring. So, and right now it's crashing for some very odd reason that, oh, it's passing now. Sorry, no dash V. No dash V. Oh, yeah. Okay. My bad. Sorry. Here we go. It's passing. Okay, so we got it, the happy path done. Okay, so it is a question that I got asked in the chat. So here, let me go and what is the goal of the Fastify website next repository? So the Fastify website next repository is actually very useful. It's actually something that my friend Manuel Spiegelon has been working a lot, and quite a few other people. It's a complete rewrite of our website on top of Docusaurus 2. Now, it is the problem of our website. You see this nice website? It has this, and it has all of our ecosystem page with all the modules that you can use. It has this nice contribute page, which contains all the good first issue that you can read upon and you can do. So you can go and contribute to Fastify if you want to. What it does also, it has all the docs. And in the docs, you see that it has the document, it has the latest docs, and it contains all the documentation since the beginning or something, more or less. And then it has the documentation guides with all the bits that you can go to. Now, the problem here is this website, it's built on a bunch of custom piece of technology. And the reason so the way it works for the docs is actually very neat, because there is a website, the current website, and the current website is just a static website built on top of a thing called MethodSmith. I don't know if you know what is MethodSmith, but look, let me tell you exactly how old this thing is. MethodSmith. It's something that we were using back in 2016, something like that. And we built this with MethodSmith because Docusaurus and others didn't still have a good support for multi-version. However, now Docusaurus has support for yeah, you have. Oh, yeah. So you know. So you see where did that come from? Okay. ACT team. So it's built on that same horrible stack. And we are migrating it to Docusaurus 2 because if you can, because of the experience that I've done doing the website for Platformatic open source, as you can see for all the components on open source, you can see here we have multiple versions of Platformatic and the docs for each one of them. It works more or less the same, but it's built on Docusaurus, and it's actually a hell of a lot easier to work with than the custom blob that we have in Fastify. So we are actually going to adopt that for Fastify itself, the same setup essentially for Fastify, and it will simplify a lot of things. Truly, I can't wait. So, and here we need the second thing. Oh, you don't like Docusaurus, you prefer Next? Well, Docusaurus is a little bit... My take on Docusaurus is really good for docs. And I prefer probably not even Next, but I don't like Docusaurus in general. But I think it's a great piece of technology for docs, especially the V2. Like the V2 has completely fixed all the bugs that I was having with it, all the problems that I was having. So I became a fan. Hello, folks. Here we go. Okay, this needs to be refactored because it's not working. Okay, so, and we need the stuff that we've done at the top. Here we need the same save queue blob that I have done. Here we go, same stuff. So it's because it's the next web. It's called website next because it's the next website. It's not about Next.js. It's the next one. Ouch. Why can somebody call a framework next? Really? Because what's next after next? Nothing, right? Anyway, I'm going to summon Guillermo. Maybe Guillermo can show up. Guillermo, if you want to come on stream, you are always welcome to, by the way. So cool. Okay. Future when, and in here. Okay. So only we have the mutation is correct. Then here I need to remove some things. I'm going to remove the callback URL. Ooh. Need to remove the callback URL from here. I'm going to remove the method. And I'm keeping the body. And actually, I'm keeping the body there. Okay. And these I can remove. Okay. This should pass. It's passing. Now I want to do the same. In the queue. Okay. I'm moving the headers to the queue object. So now that sounds way neater. Way neater. This will fail, by the way. Yep. And let's just remove this. Okay. So it's failing because I am not computing the right headers. And headers, JSON, yeah. And so, oh, it's a string. Okay. So, const here. Okay, I'm going to do a very horrible piece of code. Okay. And then duplicate this with queue headers. Here we go. Okay. Should pass. No, unexpected token. Oh, I need to comma. Need a comma. It's not passing. Oh, wait a second. I need this. Not here. It's something different. Like that. Okay. And okay. It's passing. Okay. Cool. Starts to be to get we're starting to get there. Okay. Oh. Our test is almost passing. Okay, we have two broken ones, future when and 248. 248. Ooh. 248. Where is it? Okay. Yeah, this is, we need to do the fix that you've done before for the queue. Okay. Ooh. So this is we remove. And here in the variables, this is correct. Okay. And here we need to drop some stuff. We want to remove the callback cure, the headers. We want to remove everything here. Okay. Yeah. One left to go. And here we need to copy this stuff. Okay. Copying this. No need, no need, no need for a lot of the stuff. Look at how neater this is. Okay. Ooh. Ah. Okay. Here we go. Oh, one failing. Oh, operations not allowed. Oh, variable callback URL is never used. Yeah. Here we go. Passing. Okay, amazing. Oh, this is a good question. When do you think the native test runner will be used, will be mature? I think it's almost there. It's not far away, not that far away. Like maybe in a few months, I think it will be mature enough. We just got code coverage support. So then it's probably just a matter of writing a good fancy test runner, and that's it really. So yeah, no, it's just pretty getting there. Okay, so this is still very much passing. Then we have retries, cron, and back off. Retries, does it's failing? It's failing. Okay, so retries, it needs the same fix that we did before. Look, I'm going to get bored. Well, let's copy it, but in an ideal world, I will probably stop, like take a moment to refactor this into an utility because I'm bored to copying and making changes here. And here we go. And it's no need. No need. No need. Lot of no need. Okay. Will be a use switch. Okay, a few questions. I will come to Vancouver? I think it's Vancouver, not like it's the OpenJS word. Yes, I've already booked flights and tickets. I already booked the flight. So I think, yeah, totally I'm coming. Yeah, of course. Look, why would I miss it? So yes, of course. And then will it be a huge reach for the test runner? No, I don't think it will be a huge reach. At least you're using tape, tap, or tap. If you're using something else like Jest, it will probably be a significant reach. If you're using Jest, you're probably better off using vtest, probably. And you can do the switch right now. Should be equal. What did I make? What mistake did I make? Okay. Oh, it's not save item. It's save message. You don't have 18 years old. That might be a problem. So I don't know if you can come or not. You might want to get in touch with Robin Jin, the executive director of the OpenJS Foundation. She's great, and I think she can try help you if you really want to come. There is also the travel fund available, so we can actually, you could travel for free. So it's only really a matter if you can take some time off from school. Hey, this is not our call, probably your parents, and then it's and that's it really. So yeah, if you want to come, I think there's no problem in you coming. It's more if there are problems, if we can accept you. But ask Robin. I think that's the you should ask Robin totally. Like it's yeah, you should be switching. Like I would not recommend. Friends don't let friends use Jest. So I am pretty sure this is a truth of life. So yeah, okay. I need cron. And I need to copy, save queue. Here we go. Save queue. And then I need here, save cron. I need to do the change also on cron, not just on on the stuff. Interesting. Okay. So here, let's see. I added cron. Yay, callback URL and method. Yep. I need to do the to drop this from crons. And here we go. Yeah. And then I need to add them back again. To cron. What are you using for your migration? The tool that the tool I'm using is called Platformatic DB, and it's built on top of the migration system is built on top of Postgreator. So works great, by the way. So I'm just going to be migrations apply T005. Oh, yeah. db.SQLite. Okay. Let's try again and see if this works. Yeah. 005. Yeah. Perfect. Okay, we have removed them from the cron too. So we are saving the queue. Okay. And I am removing the callback URL from here and the method. And I'm keeping the headers and the body and the schedule. Okay, and here I need to remove this. Okay. But then I will need to update my plugin. It's going to crash badly. Okay. So 1, 2, 3. And sorry, no. Oh, wait. Cron 1, 2, 3. Oh, wait. What? Console log body. Oh, unknown field callback URL. Ooh, is. Oh, yeah, I think I know the problem. Yeah, I know the problem. Okay, so here this is correct. And we have the cron. Add cron. Okay. Here it's gone. It's gone. Okay. And it needs to be gone too from here. And it's gone, and it's gone. Yes. Okay. Hello, I am a developer, so it's a new question for all of you, or for me, I don't know. Hello, I am a developer and I have a knowledge of Java and JavaScript, and I don't know which one to specialize in. Could you help me or advise me? I can give you my answer, but I was been doing Java professionally for a year, and before that I did Java at university for like 5. And I didn't like the job, and I didn't see any. I was not doing anything interesting in Java, so, and it was not fun. So I decided to do JavaScript instead, and I don't know. That's my answer. So I hope you like it. And yay. Okay, so here it's, if we go npm test, this should all be passing. Cool. It's passing. Amazing. And we have very high code coverage too. Okay, so we have renamed, we've done a massive refactoring, and we have renamed the things to messages and moved the stuff. Ooh, very neat, very nice. Okay, so let's create git checkout. Let's see, 8992. What's missing here? 8992. 89. 85. Sorry, 80. 85. Okay. Yes, it's not testing this. Okay. Then is 104 and 149, 194. Okay. Yeah. And then 165. Okay. This is like not going to be tested. C8, ignore, next 4. Okay, so those are gone. And okay. This is a question from Dromix. I wanted to ask about migrations naming at Platformatic. How do you decide to use a 001.SQL format, especially different files? Well, because you really want to apply your migrations step by step so that you can apply them to a living database. So that's the reason. So, and you need numbers. You need to see things that happens one after the other. Another option is that Ruby on Rails uses. So this was the original standard from Ruby on Rails. Then they switched from using integers to use numbers. And there is, sorry, not numbers, dates. And the reason they started using dates was because they it's conflicts in the PRs. I was never fan of that decision. I much prefer numbers, and that's kind of the idea. So what PR migration are you talking about? ACT team. Okay. Here, okay, good. So what we can do is if a backup fails. So here in the cron, we only are testing the happy path, okay? And the migration to Next.js in Node.js. Yeah, I did take a look. I did not build the site, so I hope somebody else will do. But my take is building the site will help me decide essentially if I'm going to LGTM or not. I think I'm positive with the change. I think the current stack is actually like too obsolete. And once we start updating, moving it to React and stuff, it will be easier for people to contribute and improve with the designs and everything. So it's a great stepping stone. And look, it's amazing. Yeah, no, Cloud's doing a good job. Refactoring. It's t git commit. And okay. So refactor, move data, move metadata. Okay, sorry. Refactor DB schema. Rename items to messages. Move the metadata to queue. Move callback to queue. Okay. Massive refactoring in. He's doing a good job. Cloudo is doing a good job. Here we go. And we have our PR. Fun. This was a fun PR. We didn't get enough of what I wanted to do today, but it was highly due, this kind of work. It's quite a lot of a big of a change, to be honest, but I like it. It's also nice, some bit of nasty SQL in here to show that functionality. I learned something new that I need to escape when in that way, otherwise it won't work. And yay, it's amazing. Wow, a lot of big changes. Kind of refactor the full project in 1 hour and a half. Pretty happy about it. Okay, and we are deploying it to Platformatic Cloud. So here we go. Soon will be there. Here we go. It's done. It's done. It's deployed. Here we go. Shaggy, pretty, filthy umbrella. Here we go. Let's see how it goes. Yeah, every single time. This should probably look into that problem. Yeah, we have messages, we have queue, and if I go into queue, I can see there's a callback URL and the method. This should be not null though. Yeah, well, wait a second. Yeah. Yeah, I know, but that's true. They can be, yes, fine, that's fine. Yeah. Perfect. Okay, folks. I think that's kind of all for today. We are probably going to raid somebody of one of my friends now. So let's see who is on and that we can go and raid. Who do you want to raid today? Have you got another favorite Twitch streamer? Oh, these are questions. Where do you deploy the app? So yay. So you can see it here on the oh, sorry, not this one. And yeah, sorry about this. Here we go. So here I did deploy it using, this is the deploy.space name, and it's called Shaggy Pretty Filthy. And you can, this was deployed here in the PR. As you can see, this is public, and you can even check this. And this gets automatically deployed to the deploy.space name, which is nothing more than Platformatic Cloud. So if you want to test this, you can just go to platformatic.dev, which is us, and say join the cloud beta and fill it in, and you can then go deploy your stuff. It just works, and it's actually freaking fast. So I'm very happy about it, to be honest. So yeah, so we protected it with an authorization header, so you can't just schedule jobs anymore. But no, this is pretty nice. That's what I would say. It's pretty. I'm starting to like this little project of mine, and this was good solid stuff. Cool. So having said that, is there a favorite streamer here that we want to go and raid? Let's see. Oh, I can keep raiding Prime. He's amazing, and he's a friend, so it wouldn't do. So I think I think I would just go and raid Prime. What do you think, folks? Would you like to go raid Prime? Let's go raid Prime. It seems it's good. Is doing his thing. So it's coding some JavaScript. So yay, happy. Okay, let's do the raid. Let's do it. Let's do the raid. Bye-bye, folks. It's been amazing. Bye-bye.